probably go ahead and kick off now. As always, welcome to the November Workshop Wednesday. Goodness, I don't know about any of you guys, but I feel like I still have my New Year's Eve hangover from last year. How can it be November already? This is crazy. But anyways, welcome to Workshop Wednesday. As always, this is being recorded and so that you can watch it as your leisure, or if you're not able to join us live, you can always reach out and get those recordings. Definitely, we encourage your participation. So if you have questions or anything, do not hesitate. But if you add anything to the chat, please make sure you include your name and your organization. This will help us if you stump us and ask a question that we don't know the answer to. We want to make sure that we are able to get back to you and follow up. So again, please feel free to drop anything in the chat. Today, we are going to first introduce the newest client success team member. And I'm very, very excited. You all on the call should be excited as well. That our client success team is growing. We're also going to cover some of the information that we provided at Command in case you missed it or you weren't able to join us. We had actually several people that were travel plans were interrupted because of the shutdown. So, want to make sure we cover some of the highlights. For those of you that are either new or are not aware, Command is the user conference that we host every year. The intention of it is to, first and foremost, bring people together. It's really nice. We all seem to live behind screens these days, and you sometimes forget that people are three-dimensional. So it's nice for everybody to be able to come together. We share a lot of product information. We talk about new and future releases. We do a lot of training and talk about best practices. It's a fantastic networking opportunity, but it really is honestly a conference that is designed for you, our partners, and you get to meet other people and find out how they're using FleetCommander. And it really gives the Agile team time with you, again, in real life, and learn more about your organizations and your fleets, and really get some insight into your headaches and what's keeping you up at night. We take all of this information back, and hopefully we're able to use some of that to make ourselves a better partner for you and see if there's any way that we can strengthen our platform and our offerings to be a better solution, a more robust solution to all of as many of your headaches as we possibly can. So if you have any questions, please reach out to any of us on the client success team, myself, now Brian, who you'll meet here in a second, and Kristen. We're happy to answer any questions that we have. So to get kicked off, let's meet our Brian. He joined the Agile team last week, so he's getting up to speed. So don't throw any questions out there to stump him. Brian comes to us with a wealth of fleet knowledge and is really going to be a tremendous asset to Agile, to client success, and most of all to you. So Brian, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, thank you, Jen. That seems like a lot of pressure and a lot of hype to live up to, but I'm going to do my best. So good afternoon, everybody. So nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to be here for my first Workshop Wednesday. A pleasure to join the Agile team. Onboarding is going amazing. This group of individuals here at Agile, just an amazing group of people. I can't say enough good things about them. So really happy to be here, and really looking forward to getting to know all of you and working with you. So a little bit about me. I'm a Midwesterner. I'm in the Chicagoland area, so born and raised here. So as a true Midwesterner, I'm enjoying the cooler temperatures that are ushering in. So that's a great thing for me. We love that here with my family. And although I've definitely enjoyed the change of colors and being able to check out the Northern Lights over the course of the last month or so, I'm very happy to see the end of my leaf cleanup season coming to an end. So I'm sure some of you may be able to relate to that. So professionally, started my career as a technical school graduate, came out of tech school as a mechanic. Back when it was still okay to call mechanics mechanics. So I did that for a while. Also spent several years managing automotive repair shops in dealers and what I would refer to as national account vendors. So did that for quite a while. After that, I moved into working for a fleet management company, and I worked there for 16 years and did everything from the mechanical team in operations to account management to people management for that organization. So I spent about 16 years there and decided to make the change to come over to Agile, and that's where I'm at now, and I'm really enjoying it. So it's been a fantastic transition. So ASCs were something that were one of the things I accomplished during my time as a technician. So I was ASE certified technician while I was turning wrenches, and I worked on everything from Honda Civics to garbage trucks to plane tugs. So I've got a little bit of experience working on just about everything that rolls. So um, I find that to be a very beneficial knowledge base, and please feel free to reach out and kind of draw on that knowledge wherever you'd like. Um, so that's a little bit about me professionally. Personally, I could tell you I have a youngish family. I'm in denial that my kids are getting to be as old as they are, but I do have a youngish family, and we're very involved with sports at this age, which we love. And I do everything from helping the coach to rooting from the stands and all kinds of different events, from football to lacrosse to track, baseball, all kinds of stuff. And I'm also very active with the Special Olympics as a special needs father of one of my children. So I work very closely with an organization called Gigi's Playhouse, which is a Down Syndrome Achievement Center that started here in Northern Illinois and is now branched out into over 50 locations nationwide and internationally. So we're very active with that community, and I really enjoy helping them and promoting them wherever I can. So, and I look forward, like I said, I look forward to being here with the team. I look forward to working with all of you and meeting all of you in person at some point. And yeah, it's been a great couple of weeks here coming out with Agile, and I can't say, like I said, I can't say enough good things about the organization and the people. It's been really great. So. Um, yeah, so I'll quit talking about myself now. I appreciate the couple of minutes just to introduce myself, and I'll turn it back over to Jen now, who she's going to talk a little bit about Command 2025 and what I understand was a great couple days spent with many of you. So thank you again. Happy to be here.
Excellent. We're really very, very excited that you're here, Brian. So thank you.
Thanks.
All right. So first of all, want to start off by thanking Melina and her team at the University of Minnesota. This is an incredibly beautiful campus. If you've never had the opportunity, highly recommend it. Just walking around. It is, the campus is huge. It's a city unto itself, pretty much. Thankfully, she had buses, or we all might still be out there walking. But we had a fantastic tour. Um, we got to see their shop operations and look at their fleet. Again, just a beautiful campus. And so had a really good time at Command. Hopefully, if you didn't know about it, you know about it now. If you weren't able to join us, please plan to uh, come to Command 2026, which we don't know where it is going to be yet. We're looking for some volunteers to have it at their site. So hint, hint, we have had a lot of requests for West and Warm. So those of you in those locations, but anyways, at Command, we presented a lot of different topics. We had sessions, we had roundtables, and client panels and some trainings. We released a lot of different looking at a lot of the different new features and benefits. We rolled out the new logo. We talked about the way our development team is going to kind of change the way they've been operating and become more agile, if you will. And really, what that means to you guys is that newer, faster. So the dev team here is switching to a different method of operating. And what that means is that it really allows shorter work sprints, is what they call it. I don't happen to be an IT person, but they call them sprints. And this means that things are going to happen in faster cadence. And so the benefit is that there are going to be a lot of additional releases throughout the year, so we all won't have to wait as long in between all of the new bells and whistles. So that is very exciting. We also shared at Command that 5.13 has been finally completed and put to bed. Since Command, everyone has been 6.6.0, excuse me, has been rolled out to everybody. And that's very exciting. Drag and drop is now available to all. We will actually spend a little bit of time going over that because that's the most exciting that everybody has been asking for forever. So again, pretty much smaller bite-sized pieces of new releases. New releases will be happening much quicker, and that equals bells and whistles for all of us. So it's pretty exciting news. Let's see. So talking about highlighting some of the new features and products that are either released or coming out or will be released. We talked a little bit about some of these. We did also do some new user training and some maintenance training. I mentioned that we had client panels and we had a tech panel, and then we did the roundtable. So really pretty exciting. Let's highlight a few of the new products and features. So the created the ability, the account validation across your kiosks. So basically, they created the ability to either enable or disable account validation per kiosk. And so what that means is, again, your account validation consistency across all of your kiosks. Everything is going to be entirely independent of the required field configuration. So a blank account will only be rejected if the field is configured to be requirement. So let's see. Fast reporting. So for those of you that are required to use FAST, that's the Federal Automotive Statistical Tool, we've made many updates and enhancements to this tool. You may know or you may not know, I guess, depending on whether you have to use it or not, but every year the requirements change. So we have committed to maintaining those requirements to help all of you stay in compliance. And they also released a new projections report inside of the FAST tool. So that's pretty exciting. Work order, there was an update to the work orders. So the system will no longer overwrite the populated work order account field when the contact section is changed. So when entering the work order, the account the vehicle is assigned to will remain the same regardless. So I understand that was a headache for some people. Samsara, we introduced that we informed you that the integration with Samsara has been completed and is now ready. We've already had it tested, and so it's good to go. So if you are utilizing Samsara for your GPS data, please just know that the integration is complete. If you've got any questions, please reach out to anybody on the client success team. We'll be happy to get those questions answered and give you more information if you are looking forward to that. So now let's talk about the super exciting release. I'm going to let Brian tell you all about drag and drop.
Absolutely. So Jen is kind enough to let me be the hero for this little presentation here of this well sought after advancement that everybody's been apparently requesting. So just want to give you a little bit of heads up if you haven't already noticed. The drag and drop is like Jen said, it's available now. So makes moving a reservation from one vehicle or one asset to another very, very easy. Um, the the feature, from what I understand, like I said, it's been sought after for a while, so we're happy to be able to announce that it's now live and in production. So the first thing, it always is going to start from the reservation area, and color coding your reservations is going to be very good tip and trick to put in place. The default color for both of these is going to be white. So when you're looking at a grid of a schedule, if there's no color coding there, it could make it a little bit more difficult to kind of pick it out. So color coding your background colors or your font will definitely help you in when you're moving these items around. So start off by color coding for usage or for vehicle type, and that'll definitely help you. Um, and the team is also working on adding that color coding to be visible in other places within the system as well. So that'll be a good thing. Um, Next slide here, a little tip and trick here. So it all starts, like I said, with the reservation reassignment screen. You have the option to populate from the asset or populate from the confirmation number, but you don't want to have a selection in each one of these fields. You really want to pick one or the other, I'm sorry. So if you do happen to forget and select one of each from the drop-down menus there, um, you'll get this error message that kind of warns you, and then you'll have to go back and just select one or the other. So um, the filter settings, so this allows you to be able to select filters to be able to see the appropriate vehicle to change your reservation to and from based on location, based on vehicle usage type, make, model, however you want to filter down into being able to have different results. Of course, just like anything else, when you're using a filter, the more items you select, the smaller the pool of vehicles you'll have to choose from. But this allows you to get a more accurate and more pinpointed selection opportunity as you put in the appropriate filters that would be arranged for your fleet. And then you can see this is some really nice animation here. So um, this allows you to literally drag a reservation from one area to another and be able to move it around as needed without actually having to manually type in times and dates and all those items. Um, One of the beautiful parts about this is you could kind of use this almost as a little bit of a sandbox. You could kind of tweak things and move things around multiple times, and you're not changing anything until you select that bottom button of change vehicle and save reservation updates. So until you actually click that save reservation updates, you're not going to be sending all these automated emails out as you're moving things around. So that's kind of a nice feature. And then you could see, like I said, as the color coding makes the reservation more visible there, it'll be easier for you to identify it on the screen. If there's no color coding selected, it's kind of just a white bar that goes against a white background. So it's a little bit easier to see when you color code them in the system.
That looks helpful.
And then we did put some protections in place for you to help you not make a mistake inadvertently. If you do move a reservation to a area where it's not available, you'll get a warning so that you're aware that that's not going to work for you. So that'll kind of help you to prevent making those accidental errors of double booking and things of that nature. So kind of a nice protection there. And then also, as you're hovering over the reservation, you could see kind of just like a little snapshot there of the reservation details and get some of the basic information that you may need in order to make a fact-based decision into what you're moving around. So Yeah. And then you do still have the ability to move reservations around manually as well. So if you needed to adjust something by 15 minutes and you didn't necessarily have to move it around on the calendar view, you do have the ability to still go in here and manually type in or select from one of the radio buttons what time or date that you want to put in there. So if you need to shorten, like it says there, if you need to shorten a reservation by a few minutes to fit into a specific area, you're able to do that pretty easily by just going in there and manually doing it as well. So you still have all those benefits also.
Ray, you raised your hand. Did you want us to unmute you, or were you wanting to put something additional? I read that you said there was a conflict between the .NET pages and the old version pages that were still in use. Yeah, and I was following along. I know it was a painful 10 days. Anna, can you unmute Ray?
Yes, I just allowed him to be able to unmute himself. So if he just hits the mic button, he should be able to speak.
Got it. In that animation, and Brian, you just kind of confirmed it. It looked like the animation, you're able to move. You're not restricted to the time of the request. I don't know about some others, but I'm, unless they've asked for a time change, me arbitrarily changing the time or duration of a reservation isn't a unilateral thing that I can make in my office. We've got to be able to suggest, hey, we can't do this, but in terms of its movement, it looked like you could bring it up and down, but also side to side into different time slots, as opposed to, hey, here's the reservation time slot, and just moving it vertically between vehicles that it would fit in that time slot.
So the concern is inadvertently moving it to a different time as you're moving them?
I think it's a dangerous game in customer service.
Right.
Just, that's my point. That's all.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a great point. Thanks, Ray. I'm sorry, Brian, did I cut you off?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, you do also, before you click on that save reservation updates, you can reset the reservation to the original one to see where it was as well. So although it doesn't prevent you from moving it to a different time slots, if you inadvertently forget, where that time slot was, there is a way to reset it before saving it, so you know where it was within the schedule. But yeah, I absolutely hear what you're saying about being able to move it to a different time slot, by mistake. That could definitely cause some issues.
I think that's great feedback, Ray.
Yeah.
Brian and I will definitely take this back, and we'll start with Alexis and make sure that, first of all, is there a way to not change the time? But maybe that's something that needs to be built in there, but we'll pass that feedback along. Thank you for sharing.
Or even if you do move it out of that vertical slot, that it becomes visually flagged to say, hey, you've changed this, not just vehicle. You've changed the actual time of the reservation.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry, give me just a second. I want to make sure I take this down.
I've got it as well, Jim.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Ray. Really super appreciate that. All right. So let's see.
I just want to add, as you're using the feature too, if there's any other recommendations or usage items that come up like that, please feel free to share them so we could, make the product work for you all.
Absolutely, always. Okay, so one of the things that we talked about that was actually quite a popular session at Command was on how to use AI as a tool and how to make it an effective tool. There are, tons of capabilities, and it feels like a new AI tool popping up every other day. But you really need to make sure that you are using it wisely and safely, but it can be a fantastic tool. Like, who couldn't use a personal assistant or another fleet admin?
Yeah.
It's just pretty amazing.
Yeah, the capabilities are just so broad. I mean, just this last week, wasn't it, that you used it as to help you with some logistics, I think, right?
Yes, actually, I was lamenting out loud. I'm like, man, I just need a logistics coordinator. I was trying to plan a trip for the whole client success team, but I've got 4 people coming from all different places. And I was like, wait a minute, I kind of do have a logistics coordinator. And so I literally typed all the information into my best friend, Chat. I don't know if you've met him, Chat GPT, but and I said, I've got this person coming from this area, fed it all the information, told it what I was looking for, and it literally took it 20 minutes, but it spit out a whole logistics plan, told me which airlines people should use, who should drive, should we rent a car, which hotels we should stay at. And it was just, it did things that it would probably have taken me, you know, several hours to probably piece everything together and fit it in. So it was tremendous. So I think that one of the lessons that I learned recently attending a conference, the keynote was somebody who works in AI, but there's the key to AI is then the direction that you give it, and then the output review. So she referenced what she calls the 20-60-20 rule. So basically 20% should be the direction that you give the AI tool. You can't just say, hey, write an email. You need to say, hey, write an email to a client. I want it to be friendly and professional, or you have to be very specific about what you are looking for. And then 60% is letting that AI tool do the work for you. But then the last 20% is making sure that you are reviewing and checking whatever it spits back out. You can't just, oh, yep, there we go. It's the gospel. You have to check it. So you're doing 40%, 20 on the front end and 20 on the back end. And the other thing I would say is, if you're not the customer, then you are the customer. So there is if you're going to use an AI tool, you want to make sure that whatever data you're giving it is protected. So be careful of that.
Absolutely. Yeah. It could be troublesome if you get some stuff out there that you shouldn't let be seen by an outside entity. So definitely going through security training as a new employee, I've learned all about that this week. So yes.
Exactly. So FleetCommander has a wealth of reports and that provide you with so much of your fleet data. You guys know that, and there's just so much out there. So while we were at Command, we actually walked through an example of using AI to help you with reporting and dashboards and things like that. So just again, it was a very, very popular session. I thought it would be helpful to share with people that, especially if you weren't able to attend. But in FleetCommander, we've got these 4 reports: motor pool utilization, MPU by asset type, statistics summary report, and the vehicle usage report. So just using these 4 reports, we showed some different ways that, again, you can use AI as a tool to make your life better and easier. And it's almost like adding more staff without any of that overhead. But here is an example of how AI will ingest your data and give you a nice visual output. I think that can be very helpful, especially when you're having to either look at your data in a snapshot and what do you need to do quickly, or when you need to represent what's going on with your data to people outside of your department. I think a lot of what we're doing as fleet managers is managing to the exceptions, right? So if you can do anything that you can do to identify the outliers are going to help you run a fleet that's more efficient.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So another example that we used, again, using the reports from FleetCommander, was creating executive summary dashboards. And this one was using Copilot. So I don't know if this is pretty small, but you basically give it a command and telling it what you are looking to do, and then you upload the report or reports, and then it spits out what it suggests and different dashboard elements and things like that. So again, how do you work smarter? Everybody is being asked to do more with less, and hiring freezes and budget cuts and all of that. So what tools are out there that can help and assist all of us with, doing our jobs easier and faster? This particular example was showing another executive dashboard, but using Power BI, which is a different tool. This is actually really user friendly. I mean, even I can create a report in Power BI. But you upload the report, you can slice and dice it however you want to do. You can add all the different filters and then tweak your filters and this and that. I actually went through this example myself, and it really does take about 15 minutes for a beginner, and then you've got this really nice, beautiful executive summary.
Yeah, it's very user friendly and really can help you identify all kinds of trends and all kinds of exceptions that you maybe need to manage too. It's a great tool.
100%. And yeah, here's using ChatGPT to interpret the data, just exactly like what you just said, Brian. The exceptions, typically, as a fleet manager, you're looking for those red flags. Fleet is, if nobody's talking about fleet, that's a good thing, because when you're talking about fleet, it's because something has gone terribly wrong, typically. And so really you're looking for trends and benchmarking, but those outliers and managing to the exceptions, it's critical to all of us. So use these tools. This is again another one with creating charts and graphs and pies. Anybody want fun with it? Anybody want pie? I want cake now. Now I want cake. So yeah, but again, just do what you need it to do, but be very clear with the directions, with your tone, with your, tell it exactly what you're looking for, and then review everything that it spits out before you send it to anybody. But have fun with it. Make it your logistics coordinator, or make it your personal secretary, make it whatever it is. But it's a great tool and very handy. So wanted to kind of go over, for those of you that don't know, at Command every year, we give out our core value awards. So here at Agile, we have 5 core values that we live and breathe by: strong partnerships, integrity, approachability, flexibility, and initiative. And so every year we give out awards to our partners that have demonstrated one of these core values. So just wanted to share the winners of this year. There was one person that wasn't able to attend, so that's why there's only 4 pictures. But Oak Ridge National Lab received the Strong Partnerships Award. The state of Michigan received the Integrity Award. St. Louis County, Minnesota received the Approachability Award. University of Minnesota received the Flexibility Award. And Texas State Technical College received the Initiative Award. So congratulations to all of our partners. And again, I cannot stress how really wonderful and impactful it is to gather together and to hear how other people are using the system, what best practices are. It's just nice to be in a room with other humans and get to know people a little bit better. So it's wonderful here. Again, hopefully you are feeling some FOMO now if you weren't there. Another thank you to Melina and her team who just did a really beautiful job of wonderful facilities, scheduling the tour, kind of coordinating with us, and just making all of us feel warm and welcome. And we got to go down and have our picture taken on the field. So that was really nice. I remember that after getting back, I was watching a football game and changing channels. I was like, there's the field. I was there. So it was pretty cool. But thank you again. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of flavor on what went on in command. If you are interested in hosting, we are definitely looking for 2026. So again, if you think you might have a good facility, if you'd love to show off your fleet, if you don't want to have to travel, but you still want to go to command, please do not hesitate to reach out and let us know. Here are a list of where command has been in the past. So trying to find somebody in Hawaii or Puerto Rico that would love to host would be wonderful. But nobody listens to me. So, but yeah, so definitely reach out if you have any interest or want to ask some questions or just want to know more about it. If you are a new partner to us, you probably have one free pass to Command 2026. So again, please let us know. We're happy to answer any questions that you have on that. So we are pretty much wrapping up. Brian, were there any other questions, or does anybody else on the call have any questions that you'd like answered before we close?
There was a couple questions. So Bryce is asking if a drag and drop will be available from the Manage Fleet screen. Don't have an answer for that personally.
Yes, love to see it. Okay, Bryce, let us take that back. I'm not sure if that is something that they are doing or will do, but we will again take that feedback and then let you know if we hear anything positive about that. What else, Brian?
Yeah, Regina was asking if there's an option to reactivate a completed reservation. So in regard to the drag and drop, I believe that you will be able to move the reservation back to the original slot if that vehicle is still available. But every time that you would be saving the reservation, it should trigger a notification to be sent out. So if you're moving it and then moving it back, just know as soon as you hit the save button, you'll be sending out a couple notifications from that screen. So if I'm not answering that question correctly, please feel free to reach out to us and we could set up a time to talk through that as well. And then there was a question about, can I also do this with my parts inventory? Michael, I think at that point we were talking about some of the reporting for going into AI, and yeah, any reporting that's available should be able to be loaded into an AI tool, and you should be able to pull out different graphs and different exceptions and trending and anything that you set it up within that AI tool to tell you. So again, if that's off the mark in terms of the answer to your question, please feel free to reach out. And then Jimmy was saying, can a list of fixes be detailed in communication and advise us that a release is being installed? He also had asked if there was a list of bugs that could be kind of communicated to the customers as they come up to help them better manage what's going on their end of the program. So.
Okay. I do know, Jimmy, that we've been talking internally a lot about the proactive communication about releases. And one of the things that we're going to do is, so in 2026, we are planning to have a schedule for Workshop Wednesdays, meaning that we're going to know in advance kind of what we're talking about and what's happening. Every quarter, one Workshop Wednesday is going to be dedicated to new releases that are coming out. So that is one way, especially now with the way that they're doing their sprints and the fixes. I'm sorry, not the fixes. The releases are going to be coming out more quickly. Then we're going to dedicate one Workshop Wednesday every month. Every quarter to letting you know what is getting ready to be released. So that is one form of proactive communication that we're going to do. Another thing that we are talking about internally is they have release notes that development creates about each release. And so we're working on coming up with a schedule to send release notes out in advance. And then we have also been talking internally about how to proactively communicate much sooner in advance about any bugs or anything that we're seeing and experiencing. So all of those things are kind of falling into place now. So I will ask if we can get a list of the bug fixes in a communication for you and see if we can also make sure that that is part of the communication that we do going forward. If you think that that is kind of what you're looking for, great. If you think that maybe I'm missing a piece of what you're looking for, please reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you, make sure that I understand exactly what it is that you're asking that you think would be helpful so that I can try to incorporate that into the proactive communication. All right. Thank you guys so much. As you can see here, we've got our resources up for you. Remember, Brian and Kristen and I are not the scary smart people, so we can't help you with your IT support. But FC support team, I don't know if anybody has anything. I've never heard anything that's not glowing about the support team, so they are usually pretty quick and responsive. The CS mailbox now, the shared mailbox that all three of us work out of is the cs@agilefleet.com. You will be, just so that you know now that we've got a larger team, there will be a client success manager assigned to your account, but that doesn't mean that's the only person that can help you. We really are a team, so all three of us can help and assist you. There will be somebody that is designated, but that will have very in-depth knowledge on your account, but that doesn't mean that any of us can help. So please feel free to email that CS mailbox and we will get back to you as quickly as we can. Whoa. Oh, I didn't know we built these in here. That's pretty fun and exciting. When you're surprised in your own deck. And again, as always, I'd always kind of wrap up with the online resources that we've got. There are tons of webinars and case studies and white papers and things out there. You've got the FC Drive and the YouTube channel. So we try really hard to make sure that there's never a lack of information and resources, helpful resources out there to help you with what you guys need. But definitely ping any of the three of us and we're happy to help you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot believe again that I'm saying this, but we all are wishing you guys a happy Thanksgiving, which is very shockingly next week.
Yeah, amazing.
Who knew? I know, who knew? I'm like, wow. So uh, not to bypass Turkey Day before it even gets here, but just your friendly reminder, there's only 35 shopping days left until we tell our kids that there's a man in a red suit that will be breaking into your house. You'll see the QR code here if you want to take a survey and let us know how we're doing. Let us know if there's anything else that you need, if you've got any ideas or suggestions or anything. We're always, again, really wanting to hear your feedback. So
Yes.
thank you guys very much. Brian, thank you for joining the team. And we're really looking forward to future interactions with all of you guys. Have a great rest of your week.
Happy Turkey Day, everybody. Thank you. Take care.